Student Affairs for the social media position. She sent the email to me because I had been looking for internships for the summer. I got the internship. It showed me more about the creative aspect of marketing because that was the first position that I had held. I wanted to stay for 4 semesters because I felt like I could continue to grow. I learned something from everybody along the way that eventually got me to be able to be so much more diverse in my portfolio.
I feel like she's really come alive and blossomed at Clemson.
I want to say it was for a game that y'all came up here. He kept on trying to tell me something. I kept on interrupting him. And so finally he was like, I need to tell you I'm starting the MBA program.
It had been 15 years since I finished undergrad. I just wanted to go back and kind of gain new skills. The MBA program has done a great job at filling those needs. When you started mentioning graduating in December, I was thinking, well, there's a chance I could finish this MBA program in December.
I feel like it's not going to hit until graduation that we're also graduating at the same time. Like that's just going to be such a unique experience. I don't know if anybody here has ever had to be graduating literally beside my dad.
I'm excited to walk across the stage, but other than that, I just wanted the day to be more about Ginger.
Dad, I'm very proud that you took your MBA classes and stuck with it while also taking care of me and Mom. It's not an easy feat, but you are determined and you really got through.
I'm proud of the way that you have fought through and you have looked for these experiences like student affairs. I just think you've really set yourself up to be successful once you leave this fine institution.
Go Tigers!
We're the glue that binds. We're the wrench that tightens the grip. We're the link to the past, to the present, and to the future of everything Clemson. We're connectors in that we build, strengthen, and maintain connections within a thriving, passionate, and energetic community that stretches around the globe. We're the Clemson Alumni Association, and more than anything, we're uniters. We unite all those who proudly wear that ring and who profess devotion to that family known as Clemson University. We do so by creating events and activities that connect our alumni and that serve students past and present with a level of engagement and service worthy of Clemson. We, in many ways, represent the true ground game for the university. Working the events, creating functions, organizing get-togethers so that this incredibly large and diverse group of alumni remain united in their affection for and attachment to Clemson. We are the Clemson Alumni Association, with an emphasis on association. We are all associated with someplace special and unique and impactful. And this association also intends to reflect those qualities by being special and unique and impactful. This is Clemson, and it deserves nothing less. Clemson Alumni Association. This is what family feels like.
To me, Clemson's #1 student experience means that there is a place for everyone. I actually got involved with the Tiger because one of my friends got involved with the Tiger. The Tiger is Clemson's official student newspaper. We are entirely student run. We are in charge of what gets published, how we write it, what pictures we take. My roommate Katie wanted to talk to them at Tiger Prowl. The editor-in-chief actually came up to me and I was like, oh, newspaper's not my thing. Like, I'm not a writer. There's so much more than just writing articles. There's a whole business department, art department, layout department. When I first got here, I was just a little baby layout editor. I was only doing like 1 or 2 pages an issue. Once the previous managing editor graduated, it was my turn to take his place. I look at the entire paper, I touch every page, I touch every article on every page. The physical paper could not be made without a managing editor. Being able to work with other people to collaboratively make such a solid product has given me a lot of great experience. The Tiger is distributed all around Clemson campus and a little bit outside of Clemson campus. I chose to deliver to the president's house. I actually went to one of his 4.0 GPA receptions. I went up to shake his hand and I was like, hey, you know the papers that get dropped off on your porch every other week? He was like, are you on the Tiger? And I was like, yeah, I'm actually the one who delivers them to your house. The next time I delivered papers to his house, I wrote him a little note and I was like, hey, it was so nice to meet you at the reception. I'm so grateful for him being so open to a friendly relationship with students. He's offered to write me letters of recommendation, offers to like be a reference of mine. My dream job is to be the creative director of a company. I knew that the graphic comm program, being in the College of Business, would give me so much more corporate knowledge than if I got like an art degree somewhere else. Interning with Student Affairs Creative Services definitely taught me a lot about client work. It definitely gave me a lot more confidence as a designer. I chose to do this internship through UPIC. It's a great resource for students looking to get extra experience. I can honestly say that I have absolutely loved my time here at Clemson. And then when I learned about the MBA program, Concentration in Digital Brand Communication, I decided to apply. And I got accepted, and I am so excited to start in the fall. I am so excited and also so incredibly nervous to graduate. Something that I've been dreading is the last time that I leave papers on President Clemens's doorstep. My note to him will be, hey there, Mr. President. Making this last issue of the paper has definitely been an emotional experience, and writing this last letter to you is no exception. I want to sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you have done for me in making my Clemson experience one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Just reflecting on my 4 years here at Clemson reminds me of how much I love this place, how much I've learned here, how much I've grown, and how much I adore all of the people I've met along the way. I hope I don't get too emotional when I see you as I walk across the stage at graduation. All the love and well wishes in the world, Sydney Westfall.
Good morning. I'm Will Brazington, proud member of the class of 2000 and the Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association. And it's my honor to welcome each of you to the Clemson Ring Ceremony. As you will hear throughout today's ceremony, the Clemson Ring is not only a symbol of personal accomplishment, it is also a call for personal action in service to others and to our alma mater. The Clemson rings that you receive today come with an awesome responsibility, a responsibility to others, to Clemson, and to yourselves. At this time, will you please rise as members of the Pershing Rifles bring forward the rings for this ceremony. They will be led by the Clemson Corps, an alumni constituency group whose members participated in ROTC as students. The Clemson Corps is dedicated to continuing Clemson's military tradition while developing opportunities to commemorate the proud military heritage of our great university.
You may be seated. My name is Shania Dukes. I'm a current Clemson student, member of the Clemson Student Veterans Association, and a child of a U.S. Air Force veteran. I am very excited to be receiving my ring alongside you today. We are grateful and honored to have Clemson cadets and the Clemson Corps serve as the bearers of the Clemson Ring for presentation today. As part of today's program, you will learn about the history and traditions of the Clemson Ring, beginning with the first graduating class in 1896 when Clemson was a military college. Cadets became the first students to wear the Clemson Ring and the first Clemson alumni to showcase to the world the qualities and ideals that the Clemson Ring represents. The cadets here today remind us of the unbroken connection that now spans 129 years between our university's distinguished military heritage and our beautiful Clemson Ring. Today's program also will focus on the profound question that is the fundamental foundation to the character of Clemson students and alumni, carved in stone on our campus, which is featured in Memorial Park near the School of Honor Memorial. The question is, how will you serve? And while the answer is personal and different for each one of us, it is especially significant for all who wear the Clemson Ring. We will challenge you today to begin your own reflection on what this very important question means to you as you prepare to leave Clemson and begin to make your unique impact on the world. Congratulations as you embark on the next phase of your Clemson journey, carrying with you the profound symbolism and rich tradition encapsulated within the Clemson Ring, a beacon of honor, resilience, and the unwavering commitment to serve, both within our beloved university community and beyond.
My thoughts often wander through these upper South Carolina hills that shelter the university that forms a common bond for many thousands of people who have studied here, or taught here, or worked here. There's something in these hills that has touched every one of them, something that has rubbed off on them in varying degrees, something that is built within the breasts of all Clemson men and women, an enduring spark akin to an eternal pride. There's something in these hills. It was here when a handful of fledgling faculty members greeted a relatively small band of 446 students more than 100 years ago. That was shortly after convict labor had completed an administration building and clock tower that still dominate these Blue Ridge foothills with a timelessness and serenity that impart inspiration and strength anew each time they are looked upon. There's something in these hills that has endeared itself to an endless procession of administrators, teachers, students, secretaries, and workmen. Hundreds of names pass through my consciousness, names of people who gave selflessly of themselves to build the institution nestled here, and who at one and the same time mined the priceless something the hills contain, and returned to them still more of it. There's something in these hills, and from them we have drawn the power to transcend the stresses and strains that tug away to make things come unglued in these disquieting times. The power to cut through such modern concepts and such modern facts as generation gaps, communication gaps, and ideological gaps. There's something in these hills that has bound together a man of over 90 and a woman under 20. Something that has given them a common ground on which to stand and a start toward bridging and eliminating any gap or any stress or any strain that might try to make unglued whatever they seek for themselves as they move out of these hills into the mountains, the plains, the oceans, the forests, the skies, and the storms of life. There is something in these hills that you and I can't define and others can't understand. A wave of warmth always surges through me when outsiders say, I don't know what it is about you Clemson people, but your undying love for Clemson is admired by everyone I know. There's something in these hills, and I suspect that's what it is. The ability of an institution through the unending dedication and greatness of its people, its administration, its faculty, its staff, its students, and alumni to impart to all it touches a respect, an admiration, an affection that stands firm in disquieting times, when things around it give impressions of coming unglued. There is something in these hills that brings together and binds together and holds together
men and women of all persuasions,
of all heights, sizes, weights, and cultural backgrounds.
Something that cuts across every difference,
spans every gap, penetrates every wall.
Something that makes a man or a woman stand taller, feel better, and say with a high pride to all within earshot,
I
I
went to Clemson.
Good morning. My name is Logan Hunter, and I am the Vice President of the Student Alumni Association and the Student Alumni Council. It is an honor to be with each of you today as you participate in one of Clemson's greatest traditions. Placing the Clemson ring on your finger today not only signifies that you are close to graduation, it is a forever reminder of your time, your life, and your experiences while you were on Clemson's campus. It will forever connect you to the many alumni you will meet throughout your life after you have crossed a future stage to receive your Clemson diploma. It will forever connect you to Clemson and to each other. It will forever remind you of the importance of loyalty and service, and it will remind you of this day. Clemson would not be the great university that it is today without the tremendous leadership of the president of our alma mater. President Clements has had a major impact on our Clemson experience by his service to students, to the faculty and staff, and to alumni everywhere. He is a nationally recognized voice in higher education who is leading Clemson to unprecedented levels of achievement. It is my honor to invite him to speak to us today. Please welcome the 15th president of Clemson University, Dr. Jim Clements.
Thank you, Logan, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, go Tigers. Good morning, go Tigers. All right, that's a little better. Thank you all for being here on this absolutely beautiful day for this ceremony. Will you please help me thank Trey Dowling and Logan Hunter for their service as President and Vice President of the Student Alumni Council. I appreciate their leadership and the important work that they do. Also, thank you to Shania Dukes, who is a member of the Student Veterans Association. Would you please help me thank her? Also want to thank the chairs for the ring ceremony, Mary Jones and William Eccles. Absolutely, go ahead, you got it, start it. I know they put in a lot of hard work for this event, so I'm very thankful for them and all other students who work so hard. So you please help me thank all of them who work so hard for this event. I also want to thank Will Brazington, Chief Executive Officer for the Alumni Association, and Dr. Doug Hallenbeck, Vice President for Student Affairs. Would you please help me thank them for their leadership? Now I'd like to ask anyone in the arena who has served and anyone who is currently serving in our armed forces to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service and sacrifice to our great country. I'm honored to be with you on this very special day for your ring ceremony. And I can tell you, this is absolutely one of my favorite traditions. The ring ceremony is an amazing Clemson tradition, and it's always a special day, but it actually holds special meaning for me as well. In 2021, my wife and I were named honorary alums, and we were presented with our very own Clemson rings at a surprise announcement. We were both humbled and honored to be named honorary alums. and we wear our rings with great pride as members of the alumni family. And I'm proud to wear my Clemson ring today as I present each of you with your Clemson rings. You know, rings are important things. They have a tangible value. As you will see in a video later in the ceremony about my late dear friend, General Ben Scardin, who passed away in 2021 at the age of 104. He was one of the greatest individuals in the history of this university. General Scardin was a prisoner of war, and his Clemson ring literally saved his life. Rings also have great symbolic value. They're a symbol of love and commitment because they have no beginning or end. The ring that I wear every day symbolizes the commitment that my wife and I made on our wedding day more than 34 years ago. My wedding ring celebrates the birth of a new family, my family. And in a similar way, your Clemson ring symbolizes an important rite of passage for you. It symbolizes your commitment to and your love for Clemson that will last forever. And today is an important milestone on your journey here at this great university. For many of you, that journey started with freshman convocation or graduate student convocation when I had the chance to welcome you to Clemson. And it will continue when we meet again at graduation right here and you receive your diploma. But what does this day, Ring Day, actually signify? First, it means that you have successfully completed at least 90 credit hours of work towards earning your degree for our undergraduate students, or that you have completed at least half of your program for our graduate students. So please pat yourselves on the back. That is quite an accomplishment. This past fall, we were ranked as the top university in the state of South Carolina by the Wall Street Journal, by Niche, by Forbes, by U.S. News and World Report, and by FIRE. In fact, Niche ranked us as one of the top universities in the entire country with an overall grade of an A. So congratulations. And we were recently ranked number 2 for military-friendly universities in the country, which is a testament to our university values of patriotism and excellence. For our students, the majority of your college career is now behind you, and the end is in sight. Second, it means that you have chosen a major field of study and a career path that you will follow. Your future beyond Clemson as an independent, self-sufficient adult is taking shape. Parents, I know that you are very happy about that, and we thank you for your support. How about a round of applause for all the family members who are here today? Finally, many of you will leave this ring ceremony absolutely determined to make the best possible use of every minute you have left at Clemson. I felt the same way during my senior year in college, and I think you will too. Savor the time. It'll go by quickly. Use it wisely and make it meaningful. You'll never have a better chance to learn so much from so many people as you have on this campus. There are people from all different walks of life, so take advantage. Learn from each other during your remaining time here at Clemson. And when you get your ring, wear your Clemson ring with great pride and with the understanding that upon graduation, you will join a family of more than 190,000 living alumni worldwide. This is an opportunity, but it's also a responsibility. You will be an ambassador for Clemson wherever you travel, and I am counting on you, and we all are counting on you, to always represent our university values, such as integrity and respect and self-reliance. Your ring will be a conversation starter, and it will open a lot of doors for you. And soon you will be able to add your ring story to the stories that we will hear today. It's truly an honor for me to present you with your Clemson ring. Congratulations again, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your journey here at Clemson. May God bless you all, and go Tigers!
Thank you, President Clements, not only for your inspiring remarks here this morning, but more importantly, for your outstanding leadership of our beloved university. Our team at the Clemson Alumni Association, along with the Student Alumni Council, has been working diligently to make this a very special day and a memorable experience for all who are here this morning. Students, you have already created many wonderful memories during your time at Clemson that you will hold dear for the rest of your life. And today, we celebrate a remarkable milestone in your Clemson journey that is unlike any other that you have experienced so far. Today, each of you joins the more than 190,000 living alumni around the world who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. To the parents and the guests of those being honored today, we thank you for taking the time to travel here to experience this special moment with your student. The Clemson Alumni Association is proud to host this ring ceremony as part of our ongoing mission to celebrate and to enhance the lifelong connections that define the Clemson experience, and to serve and enable all who love Clemson to remain actively involved in the advancement of the university. We are committed to helping alumni remain ever loyal to Clemson and to elevating and celebrating the many contributions that Clemson alumni make in service to others. Our association brings together alumni of all ages to keep their flame for Clemson alive and glowing. And best of all, your alumni association unites all who proudly wear the Clemson ring in celebrating our special kinship. Our mission is to keep everyone in the Clemson family engaged in, informed about, and excited and inspired by all that is happening with Clemson and with its alumni. Nothing symbolizes the connection we share more beautifully or more powerfully than the Clemson ring. Over time, the Clemson ring has changed just a little, but its tradition has always remained the same. And now, you too are a part of that tradition, and more importantly, its future.
Your ring tells a story of the journey you took to get here, the dreams, the sacrifices, the grit. Your ring tells a story of opportunity, of newly opened doors. Your key, a game changer, a career starter, a conduit to success. Your ring tells a story of legacy, the history of those who came before you, those who dared to be extraordinary in their pursuit of excellence. Your ring tells a story of selfless service, of wars fought and battles won, the thousands of bold men and women who risked it all and didn't hesitate to do so. Your ring tells a story of the dreamers and doers, the ones who dare to change the status quo, the students who become professionals, the interns who become experts, the leaders who become heroes. Your ring tells a story of kinship, of an unspoken bond. This is what family feels like. Our alma mater runs deep. This unwavering connectedness survives in a world that can easily divide us. Who shall separate us now? No one. Your ring tells a story of the person wearing it now, and the person wearing it 100 years ago. A lifelong network of family. Your ring tells a story of humble beginnings. The first ring formed and cut in 1896. The evolution of this small but mighty silver and gold torus. The updates, the upgrades, the tributes, the honor, the eagle of peace, the palmetto, the star, the hope. Dum spiro spero spes. As long as you have breath, you can fight on. Your ring tells a story of Clemson pride, of homegrown glory, unstoppable Tigers, of championships won and victories to come. Your ring tells your story, your journey to get here, your blueprint for success. Your ring is your family, your link to the past, present, and future of Clemson. Your friends, your classmates, your people. It's so much more than a ring. It's your story, a part of who you are. It is your part of our story. Wear it with pride. Tiger pride.
Good morning. I'm Trey Dowling, and I'm the president of the Student Alumni Association and Student Alumni Council. It is my pleasure to join you on such a special occasion. As students, we have bonded together as a true family. Today, we will strengthen that bond by joining together and wearing the Clemson ring. Along with graduation, this will be one of the most important moments of your college or graduate career. I hope you will cherish it as much as I will when I receive my ring. In addition to the video we just saw, I want to point out something else that is especially interesting about today's presentation. When you walk across this stage in a few moments, inside the white box you will receive, you will find a wooden box that contains your ring. Pay particularly close attention to that wooden box. The box that holds your ring was made from the wood of trees that once thrived on Clemson's campus. These trees, many of which fell due to old, aging root systems, spent many years as a canopy of our campus that we all walked under at one time or another. May this box, as well as your ring, forever bring you fond memories of the special times you experienced at Clemson. For it is truly an uncommon experience to be a Clemson student, and it is truly an uncommon honor to wear the Clemson ring. For one Clemson alumnus, this ring literally saved his life. The late General Ben Scardin was a member of Clemson's class of 1938. Following a distinguished military career, he returned to Clemson as a professor of English. During that second career, Clemson students selected him as the Alumni Master Teacher in 1977. In 2002, he received the Alumni Association's highest award for distinguished service. And in 2020, he received the university's highest public honor, the Clemson Medallion. And shortly before his passing, he received an honorary promotion to the rank of Brigadier General. Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to hear his amazing story and how his Clemson ring literally saved his life.
For years, the Tigers who came before you have heard the story of Colonel Ben Scardin, a Clemson graduate who bravely fought in World War II. He became a prisoner of war, forced to participate in the Bataan Death March after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in April 1942. More than 60,000 American and Filipino troops were made to march through the country while suffering extraordinary physical abuse. And it's estimated that 1/3 of the prisoners died. If not for his Clemson ring, Colonel Scardin would have been one of them. This is his story.
The Bataan Death March occurred at the surrender of the American Filipino forces in April of 1942 on the Bataan Peninsula. And so we soon realized as we made the march that the guards were looking for rings, watches. I took my ring off and I rolled it up in my sleeve, I believe. From then on, I became very, very protective of the ring. Never to pull it out and look at it or anything else, but I knew where it was. I was in very, very bad health in prison camp, and there was no medicine, no way of improving your health. And then when it got to where I was going to have to be put over in what they call the hospital area in the 0 ward, because that's where they took people that couldn't do anything for us, and no one ever returned from there. Henry Otis took care of me. Otis was able to let it be known that he knew of a gold ring was for trade for food, and they mixed up chicken and rice, and they spoon-fed me because I had this, couldn't see very well for one thing, but I responded to that so well, my appetite was restored, and I was whole again, so to speak. Well, I've often thought about my little gold ring which I'd hidden for so long, and I had no qualms about turning it over to Otis for this exchange because there was nothing else that could be done. But I've always thought about that ring, and when I was married in 1947, my wife, as an engagement present, had my brother, who was a Clemson graduate, replace the ring. And I've had it ever since, naturally, and take a great pride and glory in having a ring that fits and one that I'm very, very proud of.
As you receive your ring today, you will go forward to create your own unique story. You too will face your own challenges and triumphs. And while we can't imagine what some of the Tigers before us have endured, know this: these rings will continue to bind us together and make us all stronger, year after year.
Such an incredible story about a great American and Clemson legend, General Ben Scardin. How will you serve? The centerpiece of Memorial Park, the cornerstone of a successful life. The video we just saw referenced General Ben Scardin, who was asked to speak on the topic of service during the May 2012 dedication of Memorial Park. His remarks included a guide, perhaps even a challenge, for how each of us should view our relationship with Clemson. Scardin noted that Memorial Park is dedicated to Clemson alumni in all professions, industries, and roles in society who have served to improve the quality of life and to protect our freedoms. And then he added this observation. He said, Clemson University is an extension of the vision of its planners and administrators and the talents and gifts of its graduates and friends. As an English professor, General Scardin chose his words very carefully. Note that he did not say that we are an extension of Clemson. Rather, he said that Clemson is an extension of us. Clemson does not define who we are as individuals, nor the impact that we will have on the world. Rather, we define Clemson's impact by how we as Clemson alumni use our talents and gifts to help others and to make the world a better place. Students, we hope that each time you look at the Clemson ring on your finger from this day forward, you will recall General Scardin's message, and we hope that your Clemson ring will become a constant reminder and indeed motivation to use your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, your Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever you may go in life. Now, it is time to celebrate and to recognize each of you as you join those who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. Whether you're preparing to complete your time at Clemson as an undergraduate student, completing your graduate degree, or returning to dear old Clemson as an alumnus or alumna, on behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association and the entire Clemson family, we applaud you for this impressive accomplishment. Guests, we ask that you please hold your celebrations until the end of the ceremony so that each student's name can be heard when called. We're thrilled to have President Clements to present the rings to each student and to have Vice President of Student Affairs, Doug Hallenbeck, to congratulate them as they cross the ramp here in front of me. And now, without further ado, we will begin the presentation of the class rings.
Abbott, Nicole Abraham, Lily Abramowitz, Aiden Abramson, Ellen Ackerman, Ethan Ackerman. His ring is being received in his memory by his brother, Andy Ackerman, class of 2020. Oliver Ackerman, Susanna Acosta, Elena Adamo, India Adams, Isabella Adams, Lauren Ciccarello, Amelia Agosti, Summer Agostino, Luke Agresti, Destiny Aiken, Brianna Alberts, Carson Albus, Alyssa Alexander, Kate Alexander, Elizabeth Alexandru, Gabriella Aliano, Sara Alkalani, Avery Allen, Elise Allen, Emily Allen, Sarah Allen, Sydney Allison, Alex Alred, Raquel Almeida, Andrew Amato, Peyton Amick, Grace Anderson, Jansen Anderson, Leah Anderson, Thomas Anderson, Jordy Andrade, Sydney Antonsic, Jess Arambula, Bari Arden Aram, Joseph Ardell, Theodore Arden, Drake Ariel, Audrey Armstrong, Bennett Armstrong, Peyton Virginia Arnett, Jesse Arrington, Evan Ashbeck, Lauren Ashley, Sissy Ashley, Walker Ashley, Madeline Atia, Garrison Atkins, Claire Atkinson, Abigail Atwater, Dorothy Augenbrown, Emma Aurelio, Christina Attilio, Chloe Axon, Savannah Bobbage, Janice Ayers, Lee Ayers, Gabrielle Bobbin, Bianca Bassani, Blythe Bacon, Juliana Bader, Braden Bailey, Clay Bagwell, Mia Bagwell, Emily Bailey, Hoyt Bailey, Madeline Bailey, Campbell Bulk, Emily Balding, Isabella Balfour, Alexander Balika, Tyler Ballinger, Ella Banks, Jillian Banks, Jarrell Banks, Ben Bannister, James Bannon, Deanna Bearcott, Lila Barbagallo, Griffin Barfield, Katie Barfield, Tyler Bart, Aaron Barr, Rita Barrera, Sydney Barrett, Kara Bartolowitz, Ava Basciano, JC Bass, Griffin Batt, Bella Bauman, Charlie Boffman, Ansley Baxley, Kensington Baxter, Luke Beard, Ella Burgee, Avery Beatty, Caroline Beatty, Nathan Bollier, Emily Bechtold, Jaden Beck, Sarah Beck, Sawyer Becker, Jade Beckford, Brady Bedingfield, Brooke Bedell, Lauren Beeler, Claire Belachak, Charles Belk, Evan Bell, Jacob Bell, Jamira Bell, Charlotte Bellamy, Riley Bendur, Chase Benfield, Renata Benitez Cervantes, Mary Catherine Benjamin, Brooke Benkoski, Janasia Bennett, Mylan Bennett, Anna Benson, Grant Benson, Madeline Benson, Ryan Benson, Grace Berchtold, Simon Berendt, Lennon Berger, Ella Burkle, Melissa Berkowitz, Caroline Berry, Madison Berry, Julia Bertorelli, Elise Bertram, Rachel Bertram, Mary Scott Best, William Besterman, Isabella Beavis, Alexis Byer, Ramani Bajwani, Mac Billig, Landry Billingsley, Taylor Billman, Eleanor Bingham, Carrie Birchfield, Betsy Bish, Connor Bish, Joseph Bishop, Turner Bishop, William Bishop, Sheridan Bittinger, Celie Black, Lacey Black, William Black, Ansel Blackman, Jack Blackmore, Anna Blackston, Zach Blackwelder, Ella Blaylock, Abigail Blanton, Olivia Bledsoe, Bryce Blevins, Megan Blewett, Thomas Blinko, Joshua Block, Lindley Blocker, Cannon Bloodworth, Hunter Bloom, Annalise Bloombergs, Natalie Boatman, Hayden Boatwright, Lorenzo Bacabella, Sadie Bogus, Natalie Boggs, Eleanor Bullock, Grace Bonacci, Douglas Bonds, Lauren Bone, Ashlyn Boone, Stuart Boone, Kinley Booth, Samantha Bork, Grace Boron, Olivia Beaushaw, William Bassong, Taylor Boast, Luke Boston, Chase Bosworth, Mackenzie Bottomley, Tanner Bonight, Jackson Bowen, Leela Bowen, Chandler Bowers, Maggie Bowling, Darian Bowman, Sarah Bowman, Izzy Boyd, Kendall Boyd, Dylan Boyes, Mia Boyle, Mary Bozard, Ashton Brabham, Margaret Brabham, Elizabeth McCauley Bradham, Angela Bradley, Ethan Bradley, Carrie Bradley, Celia Beth Branch, Caroline Brantley, Annabelle Braun, Caitlin Brennan, Kerrigan Brennan, Lainey Brennan, Maxwell Breton, Rachel Brewington, Sam Bridges, Abigail Bright, Jordan Bright, Claude Brigman, Isabel Bristol, Brooke Broderick, Eliana Borsma, Abigail Brooks, Bennett Brooks, Sydney Brooks, Ellie Broom, Brooklyn Brown, Caroline Brown, Donovan Brown, Jill Brown, Keegan Brown, Lance Brown,
Leanna Brown, Peyton Brown, Sharon Brown, Staten Brown, TJ Brown, Westcott Brown, Sophia Brubaker, Nicolette Brulato, Anne Brundage, Chloe Brundine, Lainey Grace Bryant, Macy Bryant, Gordon Bryce, Bryson Buffington, Allison Buisson, Drew Bewley, Brianna Ballard, Daniel Bunch, Raquel Brunch, Catherine Bunton, Alexandra Burdette, Ella Burgess, Aaron Burke, Janelle Burke, Jeremy Burke, Maya Burlingame, Kennedy Burnett, Briley Burnett, Quinaya Burns, Brianna Burafato, Isabella Burafato, Ashlyn Butcher, Elizabeth Butler, Elizabeth Butler, Haley Butts, Kimberly Byers, Aiden Bice, Lillian Byers, Hayden Byram, Julia Caggiano, Abigail Calabrese, Ann Masters Calfee, Ethan Callahan, Krissa Calvert, Hunter Calvert, Matthew Canavero, Alston Canella, Matthew Capalbo, Kayla Capel, Amelia Caputo, Reagan Carey, Jessica Cariello, Sydney Carlson, Dylan Carlson, Madeline Carlton, Vincent Carnavale, Courtney Carney, Garrett Carpenter, Sydney Carpenter, Olivia Carr, Paul Karuba, James Carrion, Hayden Carroll, Sam Carroll, Timothy Carroll, Ben Carter, Charlie Ann Carter, Layla Carter, Miles Carter, Taylor Carter, Aaron Carway, James Casey, Noah Casey, Stephen Casey, Jordan Kaysen, Olivia Grace Castleman, Lauren Casson, Caitlin Castaneda, Doriana Castleforte, Cade Castles, Eleanor Castora, Eliza Cathcart, Gracie Cato, Aaron Causey, Caden Coffin, Ryan Coffin, John Cavalier, Liza Colley, Sally Sees, Natalie Celentano, Nicole Cerrito, Mia Sester, Rosemary Chaddock, Henry Chafe, Christina Chambers, Marley Chambers, Anaya Chandler, Sophie Chapes, London Chastain, Faith Chevrolet, Jalen Cherry, Isabella Chesney, Emerson Chetwood, Millicent Childs, Addison Cheeto, Mason Chiswick, Anna Chobot, Desmond Christian, Abigail Church, Nathan Claiborne, Caroline Clark, Georgia Clark, Tyler Clark, Caroline Clark, Michael Claudio, Joseph Cleary, Erica Kleinert, Daphne Klish, Jared Clubb, Abigail Klum, Thomas Cody, Cassidy Cagnata, Anna Cohen, Carson Colaluca, Luciano Cole, Milena Coleman, Palmer Coleman, Bates Collar, Christian Collins, Christine Collins, Emily Collins, Aaron Collins, Grayson Collins, Jessup Collins, Maya Columbus, Katie Kahn, William Connolly, Eliza Connolly, Liam Conrarty, Taylor Cook, Trey Cook, Lily Cooksey Cole, Doc Cooper, Grayson Copeland, Jaquan Copeland, Colin Corbin, Aaron Corbin, R.T. Corley, Sarah Corley, Phoebe Korn, Marque Cornejo, Nicholas Correa, Toby Coriston, Emily Cosgrove, Catherine Cosper, Natalie Costa, Kate Coster, Sophie Costanero, Fletcher Cothran, Grant Cothran, Jackie Cotini, Luke Coughlin, William Coulter, Amadine Corbone, Caroline Covan, Maddie Cowsert, Caleb Cox, Campbell Cox. Kirsten Cox. Leah Cox. Stephanie Cox. Abby Cram. Damaris Crawford. Elizabeth Crawford. Gracie Kriesman. Dakota Creech. Morrison Creech. Meredith Creel. Sarah Criscolo. Ashton Crocker. Allie Cromer. Stokes Cromer. Amber Crosby. Katie Cross.
Brock Crouch. Lauren Crow. Samuel Crowley. Kristen Crumbly. Christian Cruz. Lisbeth Cruz. Evelyn Cruz Duran. Natalie Cruz Woodley. Jack Cuneo. Kevin Cunningham. Dylan Cupo. Allison Curl. Emma Curry. Ryan Curry. Sarah Zarnecki. Elizabeth Zarnecki. Jack Demore. Lexi Durazio. Emily Dornelis. Ramiro da Silva Marquez. Emma Danback. Zoe Denez. Gracie Daniels. Eric Dantzler. Hadley Darrell. Connor Doherty. Ella Davenport. Jack Davenport. Torrin Davies. Ariana Davis. Blythe Davis. Liam Davis. Susan Davis. Tamarian Davis. Luke Dawkins. Mariana Dawkins. Gina Dean. Isabella D'Angelo. Brandon Dieter. Gabby Deckard. Abby DeGarrity. Cecilia Degenfelder. Amanda Degnan. Rizal Deingruber. Jack Delamater. Joseph DeLauder.
Amelia De Leon, Daniela Delgado, Abigail Dell, Grace Della Porta, Lucy DeLong, Gabby DeLuca, Ava DeLira, Daniela Dimas, Sydney Demers, Madeline DePauli, Jake DeSalvo, Lauren Deasing, Emily Desmond, Lainey Deo, Betsabe Diaz, Hannah Dixon, Anthony Daddario, Caroline Dietrich, Dylan DeGanji, Luke Dillon, Madeline Deneen, Brian Donnell, Abigail Dixon, Jesse DeLaba, Sydney Dobbins, Mariah Doherty, Carson Dodge, Jack Dodman, Summer Doherty, Jack Dolan, Caitlin Donahue, Allison Donahue, Regan Donahue, Robert Dorn, Peyton Doris, Alston Dove, Ian Downs, Jada Dozier, Olivia Drawn, Ansley Drew, Lily Driggs, Cameron Drolet, Carter Dubose, Lacey Dubose, Shania Dukes, Macy Ducker, Avery Duclos, Kira Duffy, Kellen Dukes, Tanner Dukes, Isabella Dumet, Reagan Dunnigan, Anna Duncan, Isabel Dunlap, Caroline Dupree, Jake Dureger, Kristen Durham, Morgan Durnford, Claire Dwyer, Grace Dyenson, Sophie Janchelovsky, Harlan Eady, Drew Ergel, Jordan Early, Karis Easler, Owen Eastman, Isabella Eckert, Samantha Edelson, Abigail Eder, Hudson Edmonds, Houston Reed Edwards, Robin Newton Eccles, Lucy Edwards. Wyatt Eford. David Eggleston. Chloe Eichelberger. Caleb Eichhoff. William Ellenberg. Shakira Ellerby. Joshua Elliott. Julia El Masri. Caleb Ely. Nathan Emch. Kason English. Tanasia English Hunter. Lauren Epps. Serenity Epps. Daphne Escudero. Mark Essen. Abigail Esch. Sarah Esmacher. William Esmacher. Emily Eastep. Molly Estes. Cameron Eubanks. Griffin Udi. Allison Evans. Emily Evans. Jake Evans. Keith Evans. Madeline Evans. Matthew Evans. Lewis Everett. Matthew Everett. William Ewing. Davis Fagan. Jill Fahey. Malia Fairbanks. Hasubi Fajardo. Elsie Falah. Olivia Fanchulo. Beck Farabee. Courtney Faretian. Wyatt Falconberry. Ethan Faulkner. Gabriella Fava. Tori Ann Fazio. Charbel Fagali. Sierra Felder. Lucas Fenn. Adam Fennell. Connor Fennell. Hutch Farabee. Ryan Ferguson. Gabriela Fernandez. Josmar Fernandez. Juliana Fernandez. Sabrina Fernandez. Joseph Ferrante. Allison Fields. Kenya Figueroa. Caitlin Filler. Nicole Finch. Kristen Fink. JT Finley. Reagan Finn. Leah Fiore. Peyton Fiore. Jack Fisher. Avery Pfister. Catherine Fitzpatrick. Luca Flamia, Abby Flanagan, Tess Flanagan, Robert Fleming, Morgan Flett, Daniel Flores, Carly Fogel, Kate Fogel, Jane Foley, William Folk, Carson Ford, Joshua Foreman, Renly Forrest, Will Forrester, Carly Fort, Leanna Fortenberry, Ethan Fortgang, Cassidy Fortson, Faith Fountain, Hadley Faust, Brandon Fowler, Brent Fowler, Denver Fowler, Greer Fowler, Jessica Fowler, Amber Fox, Carissa Fox, Kobe Foy, Christopher Frabizio, Carissa Fragola, Greer Frank, Kaylee Frank, Violette Frankie, Emily Franz, Charlotte Freeman, Zachary Freeman, Max French, Rhiannon French, Rowan French, Hannah Friedman, Nkang Fritz, Anna Frucht, Hannah Fry, Julia Fuchs, Valeria Fuentes, Cecilia Fulmer, Leon Fulmer, Rayleigh Fulmore, Connor Fulton, Sabrina Fusco, Nick Fasaro, Hallie Futch, Sally Futch, Amaya Alston, David Domino, Stephanie Dabowski, Sawyer Dagan, Ethan Diedrich, Hampton Cureton,
Good morning. My name is Deb Conklin, and I'm the chairman of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors. It is such an honor to be with you here today and participate in this ring ceremony. We hope when you leave here today that you understand that wearing the Clemson ring comes with great responsibility. After you graduate, we encourage you to be a voice in your local community. We also hope that you're a voice here in Clemson, dedicating yourself as a servant leader here on campus and wherever you may go. As you have seen today, the Clemson Ring is a very special part of who we are. There are many traditions surrounding this simple ring. One of the most significant, and arguably my favorite traditions, has to do with how you wear your ring. From now until you graduate, you should wear the ring with the C and your class year facing towards you. This keeps in front of you the goal that you have of becoming a Clemson graduate. It also should serve as motivation to cherish and make the most out of every minute that you have left here on campus as a Clemson student. The next part of this tradition comes when you graduate. You have another alum or a family member turn your ring around and place it on your finger so that the rest of the world can see the C and your class year as it faces outward. Having someone special do this for you is a reminder to those who have helped and supported you in accomplishing your goal to graduate from Clemson. Once you have graduated with your ring facing outward, everyone who sees it on your hand from that moment forward will know that you graduated from one of the best universities in America. We also encourage our alumni receiving their rings today to participate in this ring turning tradition. While the ring will serve as an introduction to others, your impact as an engaged and ever loyal Clemson alum will be determined by the good that you do with your Clemson education. To reinforce that point, the Alumni Association has a very special gift for you today. Every student and alumni who got their ring today, as you leave through the tunnel from the ceremony, you will each receive this challenge coin. On one side of the challenge coin is the 1889 ring symbol and includes the Alumni Association's motto, "Ever Loyal." And on the other side is the Alumni Association's Tiger Rag. And that challenge question that you have heard over and over today, how will you serve? We hope that you will treasure it, and we hope that you will keep it someplace that it means something to you and where you will see it often. And when you look at it, we hope that you will think of those that came before you and the impact that others have had on your Clemson career and how you can have an even greater impact on a future Tiger. May your Clemson ring and your challenge coin consistently inspire you to answer the question in your own way by using your Clemson education and your Clemson experience to make a positive difference each day in the lives of others, in your local community, and in the larger world. And may that also inspire you to stay connected to Clemson through every life stage and milestone of your life. I encourage you to be proud, be fierce, and be ever loyal. May those shiny new rings remind you that the Clemson Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Clemson. And as long as you are in touch with the Clemson Alumni Association, we will keep you in touch with Clemson. I hope that you will always remember this place, what it has done for you personally, so that you can help future Tigers have the same Clemson experience that you have had. Best wishes from the Clemson Alumni Association as you approach graduation and move on to the next stage of your Clemson experience. Now, please stand and join me as we sing Clemson University Alma Mater. travel safely, and go Tigers!